Hey, what's going on out there? This is your boy Jermaine Wright. Just wanted to check in and say, hey, who out there was pleasantly surprised, just as pleasantly surprised as I was with watching Wrestlemania? Yo, wasn't that cool? So, before we dig in real quick, I need you to acknowledge me. I need you all, to acknowledge me as your YouTuber, as your favorite YouTuber. And if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Thank you very much. Acknowledge me as your YouTuber. All right, let's check in real quick. This is not going to be a long talk today, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about the relationship between having, constructive activities to participate in, things to look forward to, and the impact that that has on your mental health. So, people who know me closely know that I was a staunch, wrestling fan for a very long time. And over the years, with some of the guys that I grew up watching, getting older and no longer wrestling, your Hulk Hogan's of the world, and even some guys, passing away, your Andre the Giants, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, Mr. Perfect, Big Boss Man. So I'm showing my age in a little bit. Eddie Guerrero, a lot of these guys aren't here anymore. So as a result, and it's some of the greats, let me not mention, some of the greats of the Attitude Era, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, The Rock, right? The People's Champion. These guys have retired. The Undertaker, and they don't wrestle anymore. So I was just pleasantly surprised, with how good Wrestlemania was. Oh man, it just brought back so many wonderful memories from my childhood with just seeing, some of the old individuals, from previous years, Bubba Ray, and to see the final boss come back, the final boss, the Bravo Bull, The Rock participating in WrestleMania. It was just amazing. It was just a really good time. And what was really cool for me, what was super dope for me is I didn't even know that my kids were wrestling. So, when I put it on, seeing my kids locked in, just as locked in as I was, and just being caught up in the action, and asking questions about the wrestlers, that was pretty cool. So, I think when we have these constructive things to look forward to, and when we have these meaningful activities to participate in, it can just do a lot for your wellness, man, with just putting you in a good mood, filling you up with some feel good, right? So that you're not distracted in your head and thinking about all the negative things that are going on in the world, or thinking about all the negative things that are going on in your life. So, I encourage you all to just, find some things that you can do, to just take your mind off of all the things that are going on, in your life from time to time. There's nothing wrong with having a healthy distraction. So, for the purpose of this discussion too, I also wanted to say hey, what were your thoughts? What were some of your favorite moments? My favorite moment from WrestleMania was seeing my boy, The Rock. Yo, to be 51 years old. Listen, I'm sore just after going to the gym. I'm sore waking up in the morning and just trying to make it to the bathroom. So to see that man at 51 years old, be able to take those bumps and to be able to move the way he moved, hey, listen, I'm impressed, man. I know he got $1 million, he's a millionaire and all that. He got the best trainers and he got the best nutritionists in the world. But still, man, just to have the will and the desire to even want to do that when you don't have to, I think that just says a lot about, the great legendary The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, as an individual, because he's already a millionaire several times over. So I'm pretty sure that he never has to take another bump again in his life. So that was one of my favorite movements. And I about lost my mind when I saw him do that people's elbow. That was my moment. That Saturday night when he went to and he threw that wristband, I was like, yo, it felt like 16-year-old Jermaine again, sitting there watching Raw is War. So it was cool. I really enjoyed, that moment. That was one of my favorite moments. I don't know. Anything that you guys think could have been better. The only thing I think, I think was a little bit lackluster is just that, I think, some of these newer age wrestlers can just, can take a page out of some of the books of the older wrestlers. So maybe going back and watching some of that stuff, because I think one of the things, that made old school wrestling so great, wasn't necessarily just the technical skills, with the tacticians and all of that stuff, because those big guys, like the Andre the Giants, Big John Studs, I don't know, Sid Vicious, Diesel or Kevin Nash, whatever you want to call them for whatever era, some of those guys weren't the most technically sound wrestlers, but I think the persona that came along with, with the wrestler is something that just made it so great. Like, Macho Man, as great as a wrestler that he was, the Macho Man Randy Savage, his promos, the Ultimate Warrior, the promos. So I think if it's something that the new school can learn from the old school, is to maybe take a look at some of those promos, take a look at some of those presentations, and figure out how we can breathe more life. Not that it was bad, I'm just saying, just figuring out ways to breathe more life into the characters. Listen, and I think the last thing I wanted to touch on is, because I've just been seeing a little bit of negativity, not a lot, but a little bit of negativity about, the exchange of the championship. And listen, y'all, come on. Listen, the Tribal Chief was champion for like 4 years and some change. It's time for a new era. Let's get behind Cody. Let's give Cody a shot. Let's see what he can do. And hey, and let's just look forward to creating some more meaningful memories together. You dig? Because it was an awesome time. It was an awesome show. And I don't know. I think it's bringing me back to being a wrestling fan again. And shout out to Philly. Shout out to Philly, my hometown, my city. Didn't hear about anything crazy happening down at the link, happening down at Wrestlemania. So people are always quick to point out the negativity. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my city for holding it down, and for like really, helping make WrestleMania an amazing event, with the way that Philly showed up and showed out and participated in that event. So, hey, this is Jermaine Wright, your LPC, and always inspiring you and empowering you to continue to build into becoming the best versions of yourself. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. And hey, let me know what were your favorite moments about WrestleMania. What do you think could have been better? And did you have an experience such as similar to mine? Did watching this WrestleMania event, bring you back, or or was it just a one-time thing for you, and you don't think you'll continue to watch anymore? I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, thanks for checking in today, and I'll see you soon. Take care.